Hello, my name is Nick, and in this quick video I'm going to provide an overview of the block visibility plugin for WordPress and provide some examples of how it can be a useful plugin for your WordPress site. So here we have a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, and you can tell from the layout that it's making use of the new Gutenberg block editor for WordPress. So what we want to show is that content or blocks can be dynamically hidden with the block visibility plugin, and we want to show how that can work. So let's scroll down here and we can see that we have this happy hour block. Now let's assume that for whatever reason this restaurant doesn't want to offer happy hour right now. Perhaps it's due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic or some other reason. So they need to remove this block from their website. So what you would normally do is we would go to the back end. So here we are on the back end of the site, and we would scroll down to the section for happy hour, and you normally just delete this block. Now, as the restaurant owner or the manager of the website, it's a little bit challenging, especially if you ever wanted to bring happy hour back. By deleting this block, you would lose the content, and whenever you wanted to bring it back, you'd need to, recreate it. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do instead is we're just going to simply hide this block from the public. So when the block visibility plugin is installed, for every block, you will now see this visibility panel. So let's go up to this menu and to this section. You can see we have visibility. Here we have a smaller block called price list. Again, we have the visibility tab. So whether you're using a third-party block or a block from standard WordPress core, by default the visibility panel will be added. Now of course there are settings for the plugin that allow you to restrict which blocks can have visibility controls. We'll cover that in another video, but just know that you have full control over what blocks can have visibility enabled. So here we are, we want to hide the happy hour block from the public. All you do, click on the section that makes up the whole block. Of course, you could hide different components of this whole section, but in our example, we want to hide the whole thing. So we'll click on the section that encompasses everything, go to the visibility, and we're not going to concern ourselves with these additional settings, but right now we just want to hide the block from the public. Hide it from everyone, enable that, update. We'll come back to the front end of our site and give it a refresh, and there we go, the block is gone. So as easy as that, you can toggle different blocks and different content on and off depending on your needs. This makes it really easy to manage content, especially from a site that needs to remain live and you need to quickly hide things, or you could keep things hidden while you're working on them. All right, in our next example, we want to dive a little bit more into the additional visibility settings that the plugin offers. And here you can see we are on a example academy or online learning website. And in a bit of a contrived example, let's assume that there are students that attend this online learning academy, and of course students are going to need support and have questions. So let's take a look at the support page. Now on the support page, we kind of have two sections. We have a section for premium support, and then we just have this form to submit a question, and then we have some frequently asked questions here. In this example, what we want to do is we want to hide this premium support section and only make it available to students that are logged into our Learning Academy website. We want to keep this submit a question form available to everybody. If someone has a question about what the course offerings are, just general questions, we want to keep this form available, but we only want our students to be able to get access to these additional premium support lines. So let's go to the back end of our site. And here you can see I've already scrolled to the relevant sections. So we have our premium support section, and we have our submit a question area. So what we want to do is we want to hide the different the premium support sections based on the role of the user. And remember that the visibility settings are at the block level. So here you can see we kind of have two sections, one for these two columns and then one for the title. So let's start with the title. We'll go to our visibility tab, and instead of using the hide block, we're going to use the visibility by user role. So what we want to do is we want to restrict by people that are logged into the website. Now you could restrict by the plugin comes with user roles. Now if you have a certain third-party membership plugins or course plugins will give you additional roles, like let's say that they're added a role called student, you could select that here and fine-tune who could see what. In our case, in our example, we're just going to choose private. We only want to show this premium stuff to people that are logged in already users. So we'll set that there to private. On this one here, we'll do the same thing. Set it to private. And then for this section, we will leave the visibility to all. We want to be able to show these sections to everybody. So I'm going to update here. I'll go back to the front end and I'm going to refresh. Oh, and you notice that it looks the same. Now the reason for this, of course, is because I'm already logged in. So let's go to a private window. So this emulates what a person would see when they are not logged into the website. And you can see that there's nothing here. Do a quick refresh just to check. Yep, nothing here. So now let's go back just to show how this works. Go back to the edit page. Turn these off. We'll make this visible again to everybody. Update here. We'll go back to the private window pretending that we are just the general public visiting the support page. Give it a refresh and premium support is back. So that shows you how quickly and easily you can restrict content to different types of users. So not only can you just simply hide content from everybody, you can also, at the block level, decide who can see what in a very quick and easy way. In our final example of this video, we have an online store. So this is a demo, some demo content, and you can see here that we're offering a 25% discount due to the summer. And as you scroll down, we got 20% off tank tops, so on and so forth. So we want to combine what we learned in the previous examples to do something a bit more complicated. So let's pretend that in this online store, we want to provide past customers, people that have purchased from us before, with some sort of additional discount. So let's go to the back end of the site, and you can see that I've gone ahead and I've added this section. You can scroll up and see the whole thing. And I've added this section that indicates, past customers log in for additional summer savings. So for the initial overview, I hit it. So let's make this available, and let's make this only available to the public. Anybody that's logged in, we don't want them to see this message. They're already logged in. So let's update this. Now when I refresh this, you're not going to see anything, right? Because I'm logged in and we've set it to be public. Let's go over to our public version and we'll refresh it. And now you have this block that says, are you a past customer? Log in for additional summer savings. And then they can click and they can log in. So let's say you're a past customer and you log in. Well, what happens when you log in? We want to show them some different content. So let's go back to the back end of our site. And so what do we want to change? Let's pretend, for example, that we want to give them 30% off on tank tops. So now, of course, if this is a real store, you need to come up with, different discount codes and all that sort of stuff. We won't deal with that now. We're just worried about the content. So what I want to do here is I want to duplicate this block. And you can see I haven't duplicated the entire column. I've just duplicated this individual, what are we calling, info box. So here I want to say, okay, 30% off tank tops. Now I need to do some visibility settings on these. So I want the 30% off on tank tops. I want this to only be visible to logged in users. Now in this case, we can also look at our user roles. Now I'm using WooCommerce on this demo site, and you can see that in this example, we have the customer user role. So instead of just doing private, we can do customer. So we'll enable that as a customer. And, just for demo purposes, let's also make this available to admins so that we can see it in our example. So, and then for the 20% off, this is what the general public can see. So when we go to visibility, we will just make this available to logged out users or the general public. So I'm just going to update this and save for now. Then let's go back up, because remember at the top we were talking about 25% off on all products. Let's give our loyal customers some additional percent off. So we'll duplicate this. How about we're giving them 35%? How about 30% off to keep things consistent on all products? So again, we're going to go to visibility. We'll do user role. We're doing admin here just so we, for the purpose of the demo, we can see it. And customer. And then for the 25% off, we're just going to select public. Now again, just to reiterate, in order to make this actually work, you need to do some sort of, discount codes or whatever to, differentiate between the two customers. But from a content perspective, we've done everything that we need to do to present the logged in customers with some different content. So let's update here and let's go see what this looks like. So this is the view that you would see if you were a logged in past customer. So let's refresh. Here we go, we got our 30% off. We don't see that bar because they're already logged in, and we have the 30% off tank tops. Okay, perfect. So let's go look at what the public would see. Refresh this here. Again, the public sees the 25% off. They see the 20% off on tank tops, and they get the message to log in. So everything's working. So let's go back to the back end and just do a quick review. So we've created set visibility, based on the customer and based on the general public on two different little advanced heading blocks. We've created a new section block that has custom visibility only for the general public. And again, here we've duplicated this section and created one section for the public and one section for our loyal customers. So quick and easy, didn't take too long, and you can do really complicated, really interesting things with these visibility settings, and really customize your website to show different content based on the users that are visiting your site. So I hope that was useful. I hope this was a good demo of what block visibility can do. Right now we just have the hide block and the visibility by user role. A lot more additional visibility controls will be coming in the future, as well as additional features. And we hope you'll check it out.